Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm just going to be doing a short video on a little introduction on setting up your Mini, going through the settings and getting you ready for your first flight really. I haven't really been able to do much recording the last few days because the winds have been pretty high, but I wanted to get out and get at least some sort of video done and ready for you all. So anyways, here we've got the Mavic Mini, as you all know. So when you take this out of the box, just unfold it. Front legs first, rear legs come down at the back. And you've got your SD card component there and your charging component there. Battery goes in there. Pop your battery out. You should alternate between your batteries, so make sure you use them in order every single time to prevent causing damage to them in the long run. Slot your battery in there, shut that up, easy as that. And then you've got your controller, just opens up like that. Your antenna sticks. And you've got your controller sticks sitting at the bottom under here. They're just twisting, twisting like that. Got the cable for your mobile phone. That just goes into the side. USB port there. Like so. Then you plug your phone into that cable there and mount it in, as I'll show you now. Plug your phone in there, then again, push together until you're happy. That's that, it's ready to go. You've got your return to home button, your gimbal slider to control the adjustment of your gimbal. You've got your power button. To power this on, you just tap it once and hold and press, and you get that beep. That'll start flashing until it can find the drone. So same again with this. To turn this on, always remove your gimbal cover first, as I found out, because that's got to do a calibration. Same again, press and hold. Starts moving. There's that ready to go. So we're going to switch on over to the DJI Fly app now. That's what that looks like. And I'll take you through this through the phone screen and show you all the settings and everything on there. So you want to hit Go Fly. It says in the top left, compass calibration required. If that does come up, just click it, press calibrate.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
And then you just got to rotate your aircraft horizontally, and then same again vertically, 360 degrees all the way around. There you go, calibration successful. Right, so now let's have a look at the settings. Quickly go through the settings. So top right corner, you've got the 3 dots. Hit on them. This is your safety tab. So you've got your max altitude. That's obviously the maximum you're going to be able to go. So obviously 400 foot, thereabouts. Max distance, you can set that to whatever you like. Auto return to home. This is going to be the highest point of which the drone will return to home to if you call it back. So realistically you want this to be set to the highest, well above the highest building or obstacle in the area. So ideally like to have it, I'm going to set mine for 120 feet today because there's not much around me except for a few houses, street lights. but yeah, just set that to whatever your highest, just above your highest object, so when it does return to home it's going to clear everything and not crash on the way home. Then you've got update home point, so when you take off, as soon as you take off and start flying, you'll be able to update your home point to whatever location you want. Ideally leave it to where it took off or wherever you are. You've got your compass, this is all your calibrations. You've got the Find My Drone notification there, so if you ever did lose your drone, you'll be able to find it on the map, and then you can start pressing the flashing and the beeping button, and that'll start making loads of noise and flashing so you can find it easier. Down here you've got the advanced safety, so what happens if signal's lost. I've just got mine on return to home. Depending on where you are, you can have it on emergency propeller stop, so you can use the joysticks to shut the propellers off whenever you're in the air. And then payload mode, this is if you've got extra weight on, so propeller guards or anything like that, that'll automatically detect it and go on, so you won't be able to go a certain distance. It'll restrict you to, I think it's 50 foot or something like that, I can't remember now. And then next tab you've got is a control. So you've got your flight modes, which is your cine smooth for lovely cinematic footage, nice and smooth. You've got position, which is just your standard flight mode. And you've got your sport mode, which is the quickest powerful mode on the Mavic Mini. I don't recommend using that unless you may be stuck in strong winds and need to get home or anything like that. I'll just keep mine on position for now. Then you've got your units, so you can measure in metric, meters, kilometers or imperial. You've got your gimbal mode, so that's on follow mode or FPV mode. I just leave mine on follow mode. Got the advanced gimbal settings, so this is going to determine how fast the speed of your gimbal is going to go up and down. I like to keep mine around 15. And then you've got smoothness, which is going to determine how smooth your gimbal comes up and down, as I'll show you here. As you can see, it's coming down, then I've let go and it's smoothing itself out automatically. Same again, smoothing. And then if you set to 0, let go, it just automatically stops, so you don't get that smoothness in it. So I'll just keep mine around 15, mess around with it however you like it. You've got allow upward gimbal rotation, press that on. That allows you to go an extra 20% towards the horizon upwards, which is a pretty cool feature if you're trying to get some nice shots of trees or other stuff like that. So you can keep that on or leave it off. I'm just going to leave it off for now until I need it. You've got your gimbal calibration, which you auto or manual, place the aircraft on a level surface, and that should do its job for you. You've got your stick mode. Most people leave theirs on mode 2, I leave mine on mode 2, that is the standard default setting. You can change it and have a look around if you want, but I'll just recommend mode 2. Then you've got a flight tutorial, which we will go over afterwards, and your RC calibration, which obviously you've got to power off your aircraft and calibrate all your remote control and stuff, so we don't need to do that. Camera, you've got 16:9 or 4:3. Your SD card, I recommend formatting this quite often, because otherwise you can end up with your SD card malfunctioning, especially if it's not a very good one, what they recommend. I've had that before, I've just had to order a new one, so don't recommend not formatting. I'm going to format it now as well, as this is the first time using it, so format. Then you've got your advanced shooting settings, got your histogram, which will be down here, deal with all your exposure and everything. I'm not too clued up on all this stuff, as you may know by my other series of me going from amateur to pro, so I can't go into too much detail of that. But you've got your overexposure warning, which is showing where it's overexposed with the zebra pattern lines. Turn it off. Then you've got your grid lines, you've got your normal grid line, and then you've got these ones, and then you've got your centre point. I tend to use the centre point one sometimes if I'm trying to keep central and central to an object, but that's your choice. White balance, you've got auto manual, anti-flicker, auto manual, subtitles, cache when recording. So that's going to automatically cache your videos to your phone, but they're not going to be in full HD. I think they're only 720p. So you ideally want to get your photos and videos onto the SD card for that, and then you've got capacity on how much capacity that will hold. So if we go back, transmission, got your channel mode. I just leave mine on auto. Again, I don't know too much about that. Then you've got your about, so obviously you've got your model, everything like that. Then you've got your firmware, check for updates. So that's everything to do with the settings that I've just gone through with you guys. So now I'm going to do a flight tutorial with you all, which is what I recommend doing on your first flight. I think it automatically gets you to do it on your first flight if you've never flown it, and it's definitely worth doing if you haven't. So to do the flight tutorial, you want to go into your settings, go to control, and then scroll down to the flight tutorial. When you first start your drone up, this will automatically go through the process with you. So if you click on flight tutorial, start pre-flight check.
Perform a safety check before you fly.
And basically go through it all. So safety check, takeoff permitted, aircraft auto check result normal, safety check done, control sticks.
Learn how to take off.
Tap here to open the takeoff window. Hold this button for 3 seconds and that'll automatically take off in the air to a meter.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map. Push the control stick to make the aircraft
Now
ascend.
get you to ascend 1 meter. So just up on the left control stick,
Control
meter.
aircraft to descend.
Down on the left control stick,
Control aircraft to turn left.
left,
Control aircraft to turn right.
right,
Control aircraft to move forward.
slide forward,
Control aircraft to move backward.
slide backwards,
Control aircraft to move leftward.
translate left,
Control aircraft to move rightward.
translate right, and you've got your return and landing.
Learn how to land.
So you tap here on this button here, open the landing, and you want to hold that button, and that will land in its plane position.
Landing.
There you go, as easy as that. That's your flight tutorial done. That covers all the basics you need to know. And then up here in the top left corner you got your modes again, so you can click them quickly as well if you want to go between cinematic, your P mode and your sports mode. You got all your foot and miles per hour down on the bottom left. You got your map, don't need that on there. And you got in the bottom right corner you got your exposure levels, your ISO and stuff. So they come with auto, but they did just have a firmware update which allows you to now manually control, which is pretty nice, but obviously I don't really have much clue on all of that at the moment. And I've heard you need ND filters for your drone's camera to be able to use that properly. So, but to get into that you just press the auto button in the bottom right, then you've got your ISO and all your shutter speed and everything down on the bottom. But I'm not going to play with that because, yeah, that's just me. But yeah, anyways, that's a lot of what you really need to know. I would recommend always checking for updates on your firmware. So if you go to the top right, the three lines, go to about, and then click aircraft firmware, click check for updates. That'll automatically check. Same again with the fly safe data. And every time you put a new battery in for the first time, that will ask for a firmware update for the battery, so it will sync the batteries with the same firmware for your drone, which is pretty cool. So I recommend doing that indoors while you're before you take it out, really. There you got your Wi-Fi and everything there as well. So anyway guys, that is pretty much everything I wanted to share with you guys today. For all you new flyers out there that don't know the settings or slightly nervous to start flying the drone for the first time, I did watch a load of tutorials before I took mine out, as I've never flown one before, and they do really help. I hope this one really helps too. I am thinking of doing more tutorials maybe in the future, such as using the quick shots and stuff like that, but I'm still learning myself, so I won't go too much into all that yet. But anyways, thanks for watching guys, hope you all enjoyed and learnt something. As always, fly safe and have fun. See you later guys, thanks.